I think it's time to start our AMA. Thanks for people who were early birds and patiently waited for the start of AMA. I hope you will enjoy our meeting. So let me introduce myself and our topic, and then I will move to our partners and introduce them. So my name is Mila. I'm head of PR at ChangeHero, and I'll be your host for today. If you have never heard about us, ChangeHero is a instant crypto exchange where you can easily swap more than 150 cryptocurrencies. You can do it with your crypto wallet or credit card. Find the link in the ChangeHero bio or in the comments under AMA. Click it and start the swap. So um, let me explain our main topic. All this week, we had a special event, Spooky Crypto Season on ChangeHero, just before Halloween. Crypto is surrounded by a lot of fears and stereotypes, and we want to show that crypto investing could be comfortable and safe if you know how to secure your funds and other important rules, just to feel more protected because of scammers and other things. And every day we share tips from our partners on how to feel protected while exploring the crypto space. If you would like to look at them, just visit our Twitter. We have shared tips from Swapspace, Edge Wallet, BitTop, and so on. Today we have a big AMA with experts from different projects, Medicine from Edge Crypto Wallet, Jeff Richards from Ontology Network, Richard Lofthouse from Flux, and we were hoping that maybe a representative of Mrs. could just join us for several minutes and just tell a little bit maybe about their project. But I think that it will be okay for today. So each of them will tell us more about the top rules on how to explore crypto with no any fear. I think, Mrs., you can start uh, maybe with short introduction of uh, yourself, and I think if it's not enough time for sharing some insights on topic that you would like to discuss with us, maybe we could do it later in another AMA or just in the post. So, hi, hope you are hearing me.
Yeah, of course, of course. Thank you, and thank you very much, host, for inviting me to the Space AMA. And very sorry about the inconvenience because got some urgent matter, so I can stay in the for the whole Twitter space. Very sorry about that. So right now, let me just make a short intro about myself and also Mrs. Bowser, and also maybe I can elaborate a little bit about our security features and some maybe some tips for you when you are using Web3 security tips. Okay, so about me, you can call me Luke. I'm a business developer of Mrs. Browser. Actually, I have seen some familiar faces in this space like Ontology and Flux. We have built a partnership, and also ChangeHero, of course, as well. And I have joined crypto since 2017, so got a little bit experience with safety in crypto as well. And about Mrs. Browser is a Web3 mobile browser with Chrome extension support on mobile phones. And the problem we are trying to solve for our users is to make their Web3 experience on mobile as good as on PC. So, for example, right now, if you want to use a Web3 app, you need your laptop, you need your computer. But with Mrs. Browser, you can connect and use Web3 apps anytime and anywhere because with Mrs. Browser, you can do it on your mobile phones. And also to help our users to use Web3 apps easily and safely on mobile phone, we get four major features. The first one is our support for Chrome extensions on mobile phones, which means our users can download any Chrome extensions they want to use from the official Google Web Store to their Mrs. browser. And then with those downloaded and installed extensions, they can connect and use Web3 apps anytime and anywhere on their mobile phones. And the second feature is about our Web3 App Store. So we have also built a Web3 App Store on our front page. It has integrated more than 1,000 commonly used Web3 dApps in it, and it can provide a fast and secured access for you to the Web3 services and dApps. The third feature is about the resolution of decentralized domains and our support of IPFS. So right now we have supported the resolution of ENS, stoppable domain, .bit, and free name on our address bar. And also on Mrs. Browser, you can access decentralized website hosted on IPFS, like vitalik.dth. All you have to do is to write down the domain name in the address bar, and then we can do the resolution and also the support of IPFS automatically for you. On other browsers like Chrome, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. The last feature, I think, is the most important one for this Twitter Spaces AMA, since we are focused on safety, is our security features. Right now, because there are lots of phishing sites and scammers in Web3 right now, so we have integrated cybersecurity services from our partners into Mrs. Browser, like the phishing site detection and smart contract detection, and also wallet address detection as well. Okay, and this is how our phishing site detection works. Okay, so when we build a partnership with a Web3 project, we will add their official website into our security whitelist. And after that, when our users are visiting or connecting their wallet to a phishing site of our partner's project, our AI module will scan this website. And if their domain name and also the layout and elements of this website is very similar compared to the websites of our compared to the official website of our partners, which are in the security whitelist, then there's gonna be a very high possibility this is a phishing site, right? Because the most important characteristic of a phishing site is that they always look very similar compared to the famous website, and also their domain names are always similar to those famous domains as well. So this is basically our solution for the phishing site detection. Okay, and let me also give you some security tips because later I got other stuff. So about security, I want to tell you is that hackers, they are not magicians. They cannot just steal your secret recovery phrase out of nowhere. Okay, they will have to set up, for example, a phishing site to steal your secret recovery phrase. So when you use Web3 dApps, please check out the domain name, and you need to compare that domain name from the official sources. For example, CoinMarketCap, or you can just use Mrs. Browser to make sure it's not a phishing site. Okay, and also be careful with the links in the emails or in your DM. It's very possible they can steal your secret recovery phrase or your password. And that's gonna be all. Thank you very much, host.
Thank you for your insights. That was so nice that you could speak about security system in your service, because I know it's always very important for users to know that project, cryptocurrency, or maybe some just crypto service is caring about security. And yeah, thanks for the tips at the end. Maybe we could share them in a post later. Yeah, thank you for joining us today. I think that we could move to Age Valid. Hi, Medicine. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining us today. Maybe you can introduce yourself and tell more about your project too.
Hi, Mila. Thanks so much for having me. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, as you introduced me, my name is Madison Payment. I do digital marketing and design at Edge, and I'm really happy to be here and talk about security in the crypto space. It's not always the most fun topic to talk about, but it is one of the most important topics. So yeah, I'm super happy to be here. As a side note, I'm also a global Zcash ambassador. So I have, a very strong passion and affinity towards security and privacy in this space, and just empowering people around me to, just educate them about security, browsers that they can use, solutions that they that can just make their life easier in the end. Um, as far as Edge goes, we're a self-custody, multi-asset mobile wallet. We have a really robust functionality in regards to buying, selling, swapping, staking, and we always empower our users to hold their own keys, maintain their own keys. And the problem that we are solving is just making self-custody accessible to all. We don't require any personal information from our users. All they need is a username and password to get started. So it's a really low barrier to entry. We do all of the hard lifting on our end in regards to security. But we're giving that user a really seamless onboarding process while holding them to a really high standard of security. So we automatically encrypt the user's seed phrase onto their device. It never touches our servers. So we always like to say, even if we wanted to access your money, we couldn't. If Edge were to, heaven forbid, go down and at any point in time, we have no access to users' funds. They can still access their private seeds and utilize their account. So that's something we're really proud to offer. Another thing is that we're fully open source, so anyone can verify anything that we're doing at any moment in time. So that's something that we find is really important in the privacy space and security space is transparency. So, if you have the knowledge to go into our GitHub and audit our code, you are totally welcome to. We totally welcome it, and um, yeah, we're super happy to have ChangeHero as a partner. Like I mentioned, we have a really robust suite of decentralized exchanges as well as other exchanges. So we're super happy to be here and talk security, as it's a big passion of ours. So thanks for having me.
I'm really happy to see you. We're partnering with H Wallet for more than 1 year, and it's first time we see you in our Alma. We tried to do it several times with you, but it's our first time, and I'm really that's so nice to see you. Okay, so as a representative of crypto wallet, non-custodial wallet, that would be really good if you could share some tips on security of wallets. So the first question is, what are the best practices for securing one's crypto wallet and ensuring the safety of their digital assets?
Absolutely. Yes. I love speaking about this topic. So security is a really vast topic. And so the best practices really depend on the application or the browser that you're utilizing. So I just kind of want to start with that. Um, it's really important to get to know the products that you're using, but some general tips, and I can speak from the perspective of Edge, would be to, enable 2FA, enable all of those practices that are going to give you that added layer of security. Make sure your device and applications are up to date. A lot of people in the Web3 space are constantly working on adding more security features in every single release. So make sure that your applications and your phone or whatever device you're using are up to date. Use strong and unique passwords. I think something big there is unique passwords. We don't want to be using the same passwords for everything. So, I would really not recommend having your phone password be the same as your, maybe your Edge pin. So just, keep that in mind. Um, and encrypting the devices that you're on. So if you are running Edge, maybe on a MacBook, you can now run the Edge application on the new M1 MacBooks. Make sure that the device itself is encrypted, because not every device is automatically encrypted. Like I mentioned, we automatically encrypt the seed phrase onto your device. So with Edge, you're not necessarily going to have to be worried about writing down a clunky 12 or 24 word seed phrase. So if you are using something like that, which I know a lot of people are, not everybody is using Edge. So we understand that there's other, applications out there. The scam side of things is huge. Scammers work very hard. So don't store your seed phrase on anything that touches a cloud server. Don't store it anywhere you will lose it. Kind of relying on your human memory, that's a fallible situation. So I would say, yeah, look into the best practices for the applications that you are using. And then also you need to really evaluate your own ability. So if you don't think that you're able to automatically back up that 12-24 word seed phrase, then maybe using a solution like Edge that makes Web3 feel a little bit more like Web2, and we do a lot more of the heavy lifting on the security side, we would be a better solution for you. But just be aware of those scammers. I love I love what the speaker for Mrs. said. Hackers are not magicians. I think that's a great sentiment. I wrote that quote down because it's true. You have to give them access at some point. So just be really cautious of opening links. If you get a text from somebody and they're asking you to send you some crypto, go ahead and verify it another way. Give them a call. I think it's always best to double check what you're doing, maybe even triple check. Use a browser feature like Mrs. was talking about to just verify the URLs. Be wary, and I think trust your instincts. But yeah, that's my long-winded answer to your best practices question. Thank you so much for asking.
Whoa, that's nothing to add. You mentioned all topics today. That's great. Thank you. That was amazing. Yeah, as ChangeHero is a non-custodial service too, so I can join your words at the beginning that yeah, it's you should not only think about like not to follow strange links and be aware of scammers, but to hold your crypto safely, not only on centralized exchanges or some wallets that can just get access to your funds, but use some non-custodial service like Edge Wallet. Well, so I think now we can move to Flux. Here is Richard Lovehouse, Flux Labs Manager. It would be nice. Hi, you can introduce yourself and introduce your project.
Yeah, sure. So I might put a different spin on it because I think like Mrs. Browser and Edge have covered a lot of the sort of the the sort of the endpoints, but then what Flux is we're an infrastructure project, so we host these resources and sort of dApps on our open compute network. So from a different perspective, you want to look at the physical security of your network as well. So you might not want to have local applications on your same Wi-Fi. You might want to segregate your Wi-Fi out for different tasks, which you can do in your firewall. Because we're bombarded every day with so many things, go right to the source. So there's different options there as well. There's things like pfSense where you can check your ports and secure your network that way. So the basic traffic coming in and out of your home on a daily basis, that gives you some mitigation from right at the root. You could even consider sort of setting up a virtual machine, isolated from where you do your day-to-day searches, because we're bombarded literally on every platform you can imagine. So DMs, your emails, your Facebook Messenger messages, every last source, at some point, there is a high chance that you're going to get caught out. And what do you do if you have been caught out as well? So if you've been caught out, are you actually clearing your browser on a regular basis to get rid of your session cookies? Because session cookies and hacks are on the increase a lot. Also look out for SIM swapping as well. So if you're looking at your SIM card, a lot of providers will actually give you an option to put on an extra layer of security for 2DFA. Yeah, to lock down so somebody can't impersonate you and go to your SIM company, steal your number and your data. So that's another good option. And yeah, tools like what you guys are developing, like Mrs. is developing sort of AI tools that go through and they actually do the work for you. But sometimes if it's on your home email, you might not have access to that. So that's another tool that probably will get developed a lot more in the future. And we're sort of working in similar ways as well. So we've just set up our SFP wallet, which is like a Chrome extension open source wallet. And that's basically splitting the verification between mobile and the Chrome extension. So you basically have to sign the transaction on your phone. That goes to the extension, then that authorizes the transaction. So you can't do it all in one place. So you've got to do the authorization to send a transaction. So yeah, having that extra layer of security is really important. And that's sort of where we're going a lot. That's open source and free to the community, so you can check that out for sure. Just visit Flux and you'll find it. And the other thing is, think about your physical location of your seed phrase as well. You might want to split your seed phrases. So if you've got a safe, split your seed phrase in half and put one in one location and the other in another. Or think about actual physical location of where you're storing those seed phrases, because once it's weakened and you're through the door, a lot of hackers will look to do that, and they'll look to take control of your system. And as soon as they've got that, it's game over for you. Your crypto's gone, and it's too late. So yeah, those are just some of my key points, I think.
Oh, thank you. We have already touched the topic about scams, and you started to, as I see, follow it. I was ready to ask you the question, and you just started to talk. That was great. Thank you. Maybe you would like to add something?
Yeah, in terms of scammers, it's first line and just be vigilant, because everything that you receive, don't sort of trust. Even if as you say, it's from a trustworthy source, it might be spoofed, and things are being spoofed in very clever ways. And they get more ingenious. Unfortunately, these scammers are starting to target our elder generation as well. So if you've got an elder family member out there who uses sort of Web2 based technologies, you might want to just go through with them how to help them with the safety and help others around you as well, because that's really important.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, one time I heard from we have an Alma Woods crypto investor, and he said his like top advice for beginners in crypto that you should trust no one in crypto. No, never trust someone, because even projects like Luna, right? It was one of the top crypto projects, and a lot of people were putting funds in that. And well, what happened? It collapsed. So always be aware of that.
Yeah, and that makes sense as well. When you're looking at any project, there is always a possibility as well, because nothing is guaranteed in the financial system. Even the banks aren't guaranteed that they can crash as well. So
that's a good that's a good idea, that even banks can't give you 100% I don't know how to say it, safety storage of your funds. Yes, thank you. Well, I think if you have nothing to add to your words, I think we could move to Ontology, right? Hello, do you hear me?
Hey, yeah, how are you going?
Thank you. It's nice. Happy to see you.
Yeah, it's all a bit terrifying, all this, isn't it? But that's okay. I think it was really interesting, this general idea, I think, that comes through from what everybody said so far is, I know it's a bit of a cliche, but the idea of verify, don't trust, I think is a really good way to live your life, right?
Yeah, it's not a good idea only for crypto, maybe even for your whole life. But
Yeah,
it's really difficult to live with such with such philosophy.
So yeah, I mean, look, I'm Jeff. I'm from Ontology. We have been around building decentralized identity solutions for about 6 years now, maybe just over. So we kind of been around that identity space for a while, which for me is absolutely focused on a lot of these issues we're talking about, whether it be safety in terms of logging in, safety in terms of your identity, safety in terms of preventing yourself from being hacked, from being spoofed, and things like that. So yeah, that's what we do at Ontology. So happy to take a couple of questions on security. Where do you want me to start?
Yes, it would be nice to. We have already started to speak about passwords because every crypto investor, every crypto trader using passwords every day, just opening their exchange accounts or wallets. So it would be nice if you can share some insights on how to create a strong password for exchange account or wallet. I suppose that you can use them too. So you can share maybe your yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And some really important points already on passwords. Edge was talking about passwords and the idea of not using the same one. I'm going to give you some really quite scary stats on passwords before I delve into it. If you have a 6-character password, my passwords are a little bit more than 6 characters, but a 6-character password that are pretty much all lowercase letters, that's getting cracked in seconds. You can just crack that password in seconds, less than a minute. Add a couple of more characters, maybe put some uppercase, some numbers, some special characters, and let's say we go to 8 characters. They're still going to get cracked potentially in under 3 hours, right? So that's an 8-character password using a mixture of lowercase, uppercase, numbers, and special characters, cracked in under 3 hours. Now, that's pretty scary. If you add a little bit more complexity to that, if you go to 12 characters, right, then all of a sudden, you're looking at hundreds of years to crack that. If you go to 16 characters, you're going to multiple lifetimes to crack that. So how many characters in that mixture of letters and numbers and so on really does matter to your security. On top of that, and this is really important, the idea of using different passwords, but not just different passwords, but different combinations is really important. I've spoken to people who have really safe passwords for their banks or for their crypto even, but then for their Discord or their Facebook, not so safe, or they're a bit similar all the way across the board. Now, the problem with that is people just need one in-route into your life before they can start then figuring out your passwords, figuring out some ideas, how to crack passwords and so on. So you don't want them in your Discord, you don't want them in your Facebook, you don't want them anywhere where they can get in and start extracting information. And that's really important. But obviously, I started off saying we're about decentralized identity and so on. So how else could we approach this problem? How else could we approach this situation? The obvious one is things like password managers, things like Keeper that can manage your passwords. So you can have 20-character passwords and not have to remember them. But the other way, and the way I see coming into Web3, is around decentralized identity and passwordless logins. The idea that you could have your DID, your decentralized identity, as part of your hardware wallet, and actually you can then sign with your wallet. So you've not even got to worry about a password. And I think this is somewhere I see decentralized identity playing a real part in Web3 as we move forward in solving some of those password issues. Passwords, by their very nature, can be a source of weakness in your security. So going passwordless can be a source of strength. So yeah, hopefully that's useful for passwords for people.
Thank you. So as I see, we should make to be sure that your password won't be encrypted by scammers. So we should have 12 letters, right? 12 not letters, but how to say
characters,
that?
I guess,
Symbols,
right? Just
characters.
12
Thanks,
different
characters.
characters.
Yeah, yeah, and as Medicine said, it should be. I know, as you said, that you shouldn't remember that. I know that there is another tip how to make a strong password that it should be done not by you as a human. You can make it with a special program that create just random letters and numbers,
Yeah.
and it's difficult for human to to read it or remember.
Exactly, and password managers will do that for you. So if you use a password manager, they will create your password for you and secure it and save it there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I think that would be a great idea, not only for crypto investors, but just for ordinary people who use password for maybe some ordinary services like mail, for example. That was good insights. Well, we come from all questions for our partners, and I think that ChangeHero could share us a little tip too at the end. I would say that the best tip that we could give to our users that you should never hold all of your coins on centralized exchanges. As they can control your account and can ban it and go bankrupt at any time. It's better to use non-custodial services like HVAD, for example, instead. Or, for example, if you don't want to share your personal information on centralized exchanges like Binance or Coinbase, use non-custodial exchanges like ChangeHero. That's what happened to FTX just nearly 1 year before, when a lot of people were holding a lot of their money, their coins on the exchange, and they were sure that they are in a safe storage, but just unexpectedly it collapsed and many people lose a lot of money, and it's better not to hold all your eggs in one place. It's better to maybe hold some part of your money on exchange if it's comfortable for you, some part in the non-custodial wallet, and maybe some part on decentralized wallet and exchange. So it's a more safe method to storage your crypto. So that's the last tip on our AMA. That's last tip from ChangeHero. Thanks for joining us. I think, guys, if you have something to add at the end, maybe Medicine or Jeff or Richards, that's okay. Feel free to do that. Maybe we could start with Medicine. Sorry. Okay, let's start with you.
Yeah, what was the question? Sorry.
Sorry. The question was that, well, we came up to the end of our AMA, and it would be nice if you would like to share something at the end. Maybe you can give some last, I don't know, tip, or you just want to say goodbye to our listeners today.
Yeah,
just a short line.
For me, it's been a really interesting space, and I think looking at across all these different projects, we're all coming up with solutions, and we need to keep on doing that as Web3 communities. But this technology is Web3, but it's not just going to be for crypto in the future. It's gonna trail down. It'll probably affect your monetary assets in the future as well. So think everything that you think about Web3, but also apply that to your personal finances as well. So if you've got money in banks, you in the UK you are insured up to a certain amount. So if you go to that amount, consider having a second account with a different bank just in case. And just remember to be wise with your assets and don't put them all in one basket. So that's my sort of wrap up.
Thanks, Jeff. Medicine, maybe you would like to add something too?
Yeah, no, thank you so much for this spaces. I think all of this is incredibly, like I mentioned in the beginning, really important to talk about. It's not always the most fun topic. It can be a little spooky, so it is. It's perfect that we're talking about it during this time of year. But yeah, just stay vigilant out there. I think a really big tip that I want to just instill in everyone is, um, think about your own capacity. Not everybody can manage a ton of accounts, and it might be better to really fortify a couple of things versus doing everything. So just really um, understand your own risk aversion and your own capacity. The other thing I want to just mention out there is, you know, scammers are not always, sitting at their computer typing in, trying your password. You're going up against software. It's not a human trying to get into your accounts. It's software that's trying to generate your password. So you really have to think about it that way and understand that you know you have to do more to secure your assets than you think you might. I don't want to scare anyone off with saying that, but there are amazing solutions out there that are really working hard to make this seamless for you. And I love the sentiment of don't trust, verify. That is a big reason that we're open source here at Edge. So please verify, ask questions. Our team has a great support staff. Even if you're not calling about an issue with Edge, you can call our support staff and just ask them questions generally about crypto and safety and security. We have live humans who are here to help. We just want more people involved in a safer way.
Thank you. Thank you. It was really nice to see so many experts here. Oh, sorry, I didn't ask Richard. Maybe you would like to share something more too?
No, it's Jeff. I think Richard went earlier. It's okay.
Yeah,
Once you get northern accents, the second you get the northern accents in, it's impossible to tell us apart, right? So I think, I really want to pick up on that last point, actually, and this is really important. I don't care whether it be Edge, Flux, Ontology, look, there are some really good people in crypto who are really interested in making sure that your journey is safe, that you have a good time, that you don't get stung, you don't get into a problem. I know our Telegram groups are full of people wanting to help, full of people on the admin staff, on the core team who want to talk to you, want to help, want to make sure you do the same thing. I'm absolutely convinced, listening to the guys from Edge and Flux and Mises, are they're exactly the same. Please do just reach out and talk to people. Talk to people about the crypto space. Talk to people about how to stay secure. We're here to make sure you have a positive time in that space.
Thank you. Sorry again. Yeah, thank you for your insights, guys, for your tips, for educating our listeners today. It was Mila. It was really nice being your host today. I hope that more people now feel more calm about trading or investing in crypto. If you would like, you can join communities of our partners today: Ontology, Flux, Age Wallet, Mrs. Thanks everyone for coming. Stay tuned for new meetings with ChangeHero at the end of our Twitter space. So bye-bye, guys.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.